Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to get started on the Mythic Legions Duban from All-Star Waves 5 Plus. Or 5 plus? 5, yeah, whatever. Anyway, we're going to talk about one of my favorites. We have Duban, or Duban, depending on who you're talking about pronouncing it. But yes, really happy for this one. It's on the Valak body, and everyone knows I really enjoyed the Valak. So I'm really enjoying Duban, or Duban. And it's one of those things that it's crazy to me because I like the part swapping, the fun of this. You do get a brand new torso here, so we're going to talk about that as well. You have one of the brand new sculpts, and I do believe it's the Father Christmas sculpt with the hood head. So we have Choco Christmas here, and we also get a new belt design here. But other than that, we have reuse of parts, which is still fairly new parts. So we have the gloved hands, we have the new cloth parts here, the brand new torso, the new sculpt, and honestly, I enjoy this Ranger very, very much. The silver design just rocks with me. It's really cool. But then again, I just love sword and sorcery, so I can't really convey my enjoyment the way I really want to try to explain it. But we've talked about a little bit about the look, but let's get a full look, right? I just want to show that there is a full sculpt here. As you can see here. My man is indeed a ranger, and I don't know if this is picking up, but his eyes are green. So that's something to point out. Now, as far as our articulation goes, you will have your standard Legion's articulation, right? With our hooded head, and he doesn't have his cloak on, we actually have a pretty decent articulation. We can go left and right. There's obviously no looking up, but you can look a little straight forward. You can tilt down just a little bit with an old cloth cape. We can hit the T-pose with little to no issue. And I have things shaking up top. Oops, I knocked down my light. Hold on. Let's put that back. There we go. We can hit our T-pose with little to no problem. Let's fix our focus there. Right? We have a joint here for a single joint. And I know it's a little bit of a bummer. I know people don't really like single joints, but it works for the style of Mythic Legions. But with the help of stuff like the torso, we can move the arms in closer. That way you can hold weapons with two hands, at least large broadswords. We have gauntlet swivel, and we have a horizontal peg on the open action hands. We have an inverted ball joint. So as you can see, you can rotate around. Wow, I am lost for words. We can rotate around with that belly joint right here. And our legs can go completely outward, hindering no articulation there. We can actually go forward. We have a single jointed legs. Mine's are really, really tight. All right. We actually can go a little further. We actually have really nice ankle pivot. I'm always enjoying the ankle pivot on Legions. So that way, with all of these combinations of things, we can actually look pretty decent doing certain things here with our Legions. We can actually rotate a little bit, wiggle that left and right. As you can see, you get some movement there. But as you can see here, with some nice movement, you can look pretty decently with a bunch of this stuff. It's not one of those things where, you know, you won't be enjoying it for what it is. If you're into sword and sorcery, this is like definitely amongst that right level for you, right? Even with our soft plastic skirt, it frees up all of that movement. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get him to stand straight up, and what we're gonna do is we're going to jump in and talk about the accessories, because this is where it gets really, really fun outside of the size comparison, and I'll tell you why. See you soon. All right, talking about accessories, the very first thing I want to talk about is the cape that comes on Duban. I love soft, good capes. This one specifically tailored by CJ. Shout out to CJ, who works with the Horseman. And then you can see with this luxurious cape, it looks fantastic. This definitely adds the look and range to him that I absolutely adore. More importantly, when CJ tailors a cape, if possible, it's always going to be like really fantastic. And look at all the folds in the wiring. That way, if I want to look good, being all stoic, look at that. It works perfectly fine, looking really good in the wind. Look at that angle. Like, it really looks like it's flowing. So it's one of those things where the kind of cape like this really sets a beautiful tone for me. It sits flush, so you can be, you know, Duban Batman, right? Batman ink style. It just really looks beautiful, and it doesn't hinder any sort of range or articulation. It's soft, it's thin, it's perfect in my opinion. I hope we get more and more capes like this. I wanted to knock that out right away because I love it. Next up, just like with Valak, Duban is a ranger type, so he does have an eagle, which there is a plate that sits over the wrist, and you're supposed to do it for his left hand side. Now, I really like this design. I actually love it, and you can turn the head on your said eagle. I just really wish it would have come with a design to give you the perched, like the sitting wings, so they can sit flush. It looks great with them like this. This is a standout sit on the shelf thing, but a more closed wing, I would have loved an extra one of that. But hey, maybe we'll get one in the future as an add-on set, right? You'll also get 2 pauldrons to add to that look for Duban. Here we are. I love these silver pauldrons. I believe these are new pauldrons. No, not new, because we got them with Lord Bedrick. So you will get a crossbow. Now it's weird though. The crossbow didn't come with any arrow, so I have to like go back and look for one of my arrows. So we don't have an arrow for the crossbow. Real drawstring though, so that's always fun. You will get a sword. It's unsheathable, right? And just in case you're wondering, on the new belt, I store mine's back here, right? So I make it look like this. Actually store mine's in the back, so it can sit here like this, so you can quick draw, right? You'll also get a small dagger. Ooh, dagger time, right? Shiny dagger too. He's very silvered out, and I like that. And then it's really crazy because you actually get a nice set of hands with him. So you'll get a nice set of hands. So I have the open action hands on him now. He will come with closed fists. Ooh, we get a little bit of focus on that. So you'll come with closed fists, right? You'll have item holding hands. These are, you'll get a set for vertical. So there's vertical pegs on these ones. And then you'll get another set that has the horizontal hand holding. And then you see the open action hands. So for the price that you pay for this guy, you actually get a ton of stuff. And it all looks really fantastic. So again, I'm 100% here for this. I need to get more of them. I would love more Duban. And I got to get the horse Boris. But look at this. Just looking really cool. Like, I could even turn him into a sorcerer. He doesn't have to be a ranger. He could just be looking like a cool sorcerer. It's just cool little poses like this that just, it's the reason why I love sword and sorcery. It's why I'm going to go see Dungeons and Dragons. It's why I'm just going to have a good time taking photos of this. So I hope that you guys truly will enjoy. If you haven't, there will be a list of retailers that I'm going to put in the description that you can get your Mythic Legions from. I want to help them out because Legions actually supports small businesses. So I'm going to do my part and try to do the same. So again, guys, let's jump into the size comparison and then we'll round out the video. See you guys at the second. All right, now we're going to jump into the size comparison. One thing I want to note, because I'm going to talk about it, well, I'm not going to talk about it, but I will post it in photos, is that if you got the Father Christmas, is that the sculpts from Father Christmas, the silver lines up perfectly with the Duban, and it look really, really good. Obviously, I don't have it sitting on there really well. That's because I do want to make sure I get into that size comparison really good. But also, as you can see, they really, really get on there. But I'm going to show you that other sculpt as well on there. And as you can see, these two sit really good. I'm going to sit that flush in photos. But I want to make sure I showed those off. I am wild off with words today. All right, let's get them guys standing straight up. Now we're going to jump into the true size comparison. First things first, let us do other Mythic Legions. So here we are with a Zalarian Guard, right? This is also from the All-Star Waves 5. Oh, there we go. The Zalarian Guard, it's weird because these guys pretty much sit the same, but between the torsos and the leg parts, it probably sits a little bit higher due to the helmet or the hood. It all depends. It can go either way, right? Then we have Lady Alvarana, also from All-Star Wave 5. And as you can see, she's a little bit smaller. Right. Turn it down just a little bit. Next up, we have Swig, who's a goblin. Goblin boys. I don't know, man. I think I'm team dwarf, but I have like a ton of goblins. So there is Swig. But I might be slowly swaying back to goblins and orcs again. And then adjacent to it, we have stuff like the NECA Predator. I chose the Snake Predator because I feel like these two would have a excellent battle against each other. See, Snake Predator is gigantic. Right. Next, we have a Mezco. So here is the Mezco Blade. That's what I had near me. And as you can see, Mezco Blade is actually smaller than Legions. Then we have Marvel Legends Baron Strucker. Yep. Move these guys off to the side. Next up, we have Action Force. Just in case you're a man out of time. Say you get time displaced for whatever reason. You're up against some Action Force. There we go. Then we have G.I. Joe Classified Crimson Bat. I'm just going to say Bat. You'll know what color it is and which version at this point, as he gets included in everything right now. Right? Next up, you know what? Here we are with Mafek Spider-Man. You never know when you'll have a time travel story. That is a unique sculpt from Steelman Collectibles. Last but not least, we have SHF Shin Kamen Rider. Taking Kuga's place for a little while I do some redecorating. And that about rounds out this review. Now, I do want to say thank you to everybody that's been watching my stuff. I know that I normally put out like 2 to 3 videos when I do put out videos. Thanks for watching it. I appreciate it. We're ever so close to 100K. It'll be a cool, fun journey. And I appreciate all the love that I've been getting along the way. So yeah, I want to say thank you, as always. It's one of those things where the more I say it, the more I realize I do appreciate it, because I do. Clearly, it's a two-way street. I wouldn't be here without you, and you wouldn't be here without me. So, thank you, for real. As always, thank you to the guys in Mythic Legions for making toys, obviously. Shout out to Walter and the Cabal. Shout out to Four Horsemen. Shout out to Hard to Find Toys, who got me this wave. Shout out to Jeremy Gerard, who also got me the wave. Just want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys, because when I miss pre-orders, people make sure that they email me and let me know when stuff is available. So I appreciate that. It's been great. It's been a wild couple of years, and it's finally winding down to some normalcy. But if you haven't found that journey yet, the most important thing I want to say to you that with progress and slow and steady, you'll get to where you need to be. Because you'll always look back and go, remember when I wasn't having a good time? But now you are. So here we are, having a good time. So thank you. Please, be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.